Well, happy Saturday, Texas. I'm Natalie Cargile, and welcome to the Connect Show, Texas, where we inspire, we influence, and we network with women in business and female entrepreneurs. So wake up, Austin. This is your first morning with the Connect, and I can't wait for you to meet my co-host. Now, she is right out of the ATX. Her name is Wendy Martinez Morales. We are sending prayers up this morning as her father-in-law passed away this week. And so she is not going to be on the show today. She will be back next week, but I'm asking that you please keep the Morales family in your prayers. Well, of course, we still have a great show for you today. Another great episode coming at you. And as you know, for girl bosses at home, Saturdays, yes, they're all about success. And we are kicking things off with President Petra. Yes, flip the hair, because she's got the hair, she's got the stats, and she has got the success to get you excited. She's a girl boss in the oil and gas industry that is, oh yes, on her way to steal your business. Check the photo. Now, girl, when I saw this pic, I said, this is my type of woman. Because success, right, Petra? It takes some confidence. And I love that you put that out there. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. And you're right. It does take a lot of confidence, a lot of foresight and manifestation. That wasn't developed overnight. I've definitely had a lot of women like yourself lead me in these directions, be wonderful mentors to myself. And that's where all that confidence comes from other women like yourself lifting up one another.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what you do. So you are the owner of Petra Go.
Exactly. I was bartending at Ranchland Country Club. I was 19 years old. I was in between freshman and sophomore year at Midland College. And I would see these sales reps come in and out, taking customers to play golf. I had heard of them taking their customers to football games, to Dallas Cowboy games. And I thought all oil and gas sales was the glitz and glamour of having that company card, swiping that card, and just running around entertaining people. And I just could not wait to get into that. But a lot of sales reps, a lot of my customers, as I was a bartender, would tell me, no, you just stay out of it. You don't need to be doing that. But here, if you really want a taste of the oil and gas industry, how about this? Quit bartending, sign my paper, collect my invoices for me, and get these signatures for me so that I don't have to run these around and I can keep entertaining customers. And I was just so grateful to have an oil and gas job that I took that job. I quit bartending. I was able to focus on school, and I became an official ticket signer. There is a big push for the industry to not only just check off the box for ESG initiatives, but now it's going to have to be a must-have for all investment portfolios. You really do need to focus on moving forward in the industry environmentally. That's actually how I entered the industry, was working with the Texas Railroad Commission. I have relationships with the decision makers.
I love that. I also love that your business concept includes that people pay only when they get results, and that's your referral agreement.
Petra Go doesn't collect any payment or any kind of payment for what we do. We have you sign a referral agreement. So if let's say you have an MSA with a company, but you're not getting any new bids. If I walk you into a new bid, you'll sign my referral agreement because I'm referring you to my contact and my relationship, and you'll have a chance. So if you are successful, you win that bid. From me connecting you to them, I charge a small percentage of that job. We sign off and we move forward from there.
I love that, President Petra. Y'all make sure you follow her on social media and, of course, her website right there on your screen. Well, coming up next, we are talking parlor, a topic hard to ignore. And we've got our tech boss, Kat Shelby, with the deets. But first, here's this week's Minute with Marcy.
Welcome to this week's Minute with Marcy. You know, we pride ourselves at MC Aesthetics and BRL at being a truly one-stop shop. You can have everything done here, from your routine Botox injections to your facials, to your hair extensions, to professional makeup. One of the things that we love about our facility that I feel like really sets us apart is we are an educational hub for all of those things. We do one-on-one private trainings for PDO threads, Botox and basic filler and injectables. We do advanced trainings, again, one-on-one, and we also do one-on-one private trainings to learn how to install Real MC hair extensions. So either side, the salon or the medical facility, we are here for all of your educational needs. And so if you are a professional really wanting to level up and get into that next part of your business, DM us. You can find us on any of our social media platforms or give us a call at 432-699-2020.
Well, welcome back to the Connect Show, Texas. Wake up, Austin. Wake up, West Texas. It's time for success. So, my tech boss, yes, she is in the building. That is the one and only Kat Shelby. She breaks it down for us every week. There's been a lot of tech talk to discuss, Kat. And today we are going to talk about Parler. Okay, it's the conservative alternative to Twitter and Facebook, and it was once surging on the app charts, but now Apple has removed it from the App Store after the riots at the Capitol on January 6th. So, Kat Shelby, you're going to be breaking it all down. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me again this week, Miss Natalie.
I just love your just tender, kind, soft, gentle voice. I've got to try to find a piece of that because I'm the opposite. I'm crazy. But yes, girl, you've got the deets, you've got the info. So let's continue this cancel culture. Last week we talked cancel culture based on, several things that happened to one local Midlander and many of the people involved in the deal on January 6th. But today we're talking Parler. What do we need to know?
Obviously, it's a social media app. So similar to Facebook, Twitter, pretty much any of the other ones you can think about. Now, the basis of it, it's more similar to Twitter than it is to other applications. But really what's brought it to light is that, obviously Parler had this huge surge after the election and per se, even starting after January 6th, of an influx of people who were disappointed in how Facebook and Twitter were handling, certain people's tweets and things like that. Right now, so the official statement from Apple and why it's not on the Apple Marketplace or iTunes is that it is suspended. They said that if they get their moderation together, then they'll bring it back, bring it back live. But that doesn't cover the fact that, they got kicked off of AWS. AWS's statement stated that they have kept all the information, it's all in place, and they're holding it so that Parler can, whenever they find someone to host it, basically pull the information over. The question is going to be, if they're able to do that, how soon they're going to be able to do it. Because the Parler CEO came on Fox News, I think this last Sunday, and he was stating that if they don't find a resolution very quickly, that they may never be able to fully recover.
Kat, I love it. Can't wait to see you next week. We do have to take a very quick break, but first we are checking in with Janine Pruitt. She's sharing this week's real estate tip, and later we're going to hear from a local hairstylist that says getting out of a bad relationship helped jumpstart her success. Kendall Greer is coming up next.
Good morning, West Texas. Hi, Austin. I'm Janine Pruitt. Thanks for being with me today. Let's talk about the real estate market. Here in Midland, Texas, we have 689 active listings and 283 pending sales. So inventory has gone down a little bit. That's a good thing. We're going to talk about when you find a house you love. People always ask me, Janine, how much do we offer? What is this house worth? Well, I'm sure we all know that every neighborhood has a low and every neighborhood has a high. So we do rely on 3 to 6 months of sold data in the given neighborhood to find a history of sales, history of successful appraisals as a guide. But you know what I say? I say that at the end of the day, who drives the market? You. So a home is going to sell for what a buyer will give a seller that a seller will accept. It's just really that simple. I like to keep things simple. Sometimes buying a home, clients want it to be a really good financial investment. They want to look at the numbers and they're hard line about that. And that's one way to do it. I also have sometimes when clients just fall in love with the house and it's about the lifestyle, their kids playing in the front yard, the park next door, or all the neighbors. In that case, it's not just about the hardline budget. You're going to stay in the home for a while. So I say it could be like a trip to Disneyland. You spend thousands of dollars and you come home with some really cute Mickey Mouse ears and some beautiful photos and forever lifelong memories. At the end of the day, it's really just about what it's worth to you. Of course, if it needs to appraise due to some financing guidelines, that might be a different story. But feel free, just start the negotiations. Everything starts with a conversation. See you next week.
Well, welcome back to the Connect Show, Texas. Saturdays for us are all about success. And Kendall Greer, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
You know, girl, I love your transparency. You say your success started when you decided to leave a toxic relationship. Ladies at home, anybody hands up if you've had the same experience. Let's talk about it, Kendall. How did getting out of this relationship change your life?
Yeah, for sure. So I think we all go through certain situations or maybe even relationships where in the moment things seem like fine and normal, but in hindsight you realize that things definitely weren't fine and probably definitely weren't normal. And so that happened to me, in hindsight, I had become like so wrapped up in this person that I kind of lost, my identity and my drive.
So I'm just very happy you're talking about that. Do you think this is a commonality for women? Have you seen, this story before?
Absolutely. I think it's a real slippery slope and it's easy to lose yourself while trying to please someone else and be what somebody else perceives you to be. And, it takes a huge change of mind and you need to step up and realize that you are oh so capable of anything you set your mind to.
During COVID, Kendall, people were having their boyfriends and their husbands move up their hand-tied extensions, and you were FaceTiming them, trying to help them every step of the way. So you say 2021, people are excited to get back into the length.
For sure. I was really nervous because, some husbands were having to take out their wives' extensions and everything, and I'd have to walk them through that. And, I was nervous, like whenever we came back, I didn't know if anyone would want to be doing that anymore. But I really love warm tones. A lot of my clients still are in the cool tones, those really cool icy blondes. But I have been seeing a lot more of my blondes start adding more depth back into their hair to be like more rooty, more dimensional, more low maintenance, more lived in. So I'm thinking that'll probably stay on trend and we'll see more of that.
Wow. I love it, Kendall. Will you all make sure to make your appointments today? This girl is regularly booked. Like I had to talk to like 3 assistants to even get her on the show. Not joking, but kind of serious. But she is here, she is ready, and she has got the heat for summer and spring 2021. Kendall, thanks for being with us today. You guys can find her on IG and at Ray Clark Salon in Midland. We are going to take a quick break. Remember, there's no limit to what you can achieve when you put your mind to it. I love your story, Kendall, and your transparency. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Julie Emery, owner of J. Emery Interiors. Today's design tip is how to mix patterns and colors. I don't know about you, but when I look through a design magazine or blog, I sometimes think, wow, I love the colors and patterns in this space, but gosh, I would have never put those together. Or how does it look so put together? First, pick 3 or 4 colors that you want to incorporate into the space. Maybe a blue, green, and coral, or black, white, and gold. Anything really. Then select your patterns. My go-tos are 1 bold, large-scale pattern, 1 small-scale pattern, or even a solid, and 1 unexpected pattern. What I mean by that is a contemporary pattern mixed in a traditional space, or even a large, bold floral mixed in a contemporary space. An animal print's always a really good go-to as well. Last, make sure at least one of your colors you've chosen is in each fabric selection. Don't be afraid to step out of your box. I'll see you next Saturday with another design tip.
Edwards in the building. And friends, it's new year, new you, right? Which means new pics. And my friends make fun of me all the time because I have a photo shoot as often as possible with my family, by myself. Like, I don't care, because pictures are so important. And you are an amazing photographer. What I love most about you is that you create affordable professional memories for families and you help them capture the best shots. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So talk a little bit about what clients are wanting most when it comes to family pictures.
If you're looking for a traditional photographer, that is not me. So families are coming to me. Families are coming to me because they're finding out the word is spreading. I'm capturing families in their true essence.
Because pictures are so powerful, what do you recommend women or men do to get their feet wet in the industry?
The first thing they need to do is you buy a camera.
Yes.
Get educated within using the camera. You have YouTube, Nikon does free sessions. Spot someone, go out and be a second shooter for a photographer. See what you want to do when it comes to photography.
And let's talk about these little children, okay? I've got a lot of them. And every time I try to have a family photo, I tell you, we struggle because one of them aren't in the mood. How do you keep these little people ready to take a good shot?
I love little people. They run photographers.
Yes.
But what I do is, you do not pose kids. Don't pose them. You let a kid be them. You let a kid do what they want to do in that moment. And as the session goes on, I love to show the kid, look. And then they want to get up there and show me what else they can do, how else they can stand. I just did a 2-year-old little girl today, and she was like, I want to stand next to mommy. And she, they'll show me now. So basically at this point, they're directing me.
I love that.
So,
Amber, you have such a warm spirit and a great personality. I know you make a fantastic experience every time for families. How can people contact you?
Oh, www.amberephotography.com. My website is always up. I'm always on it 24 hours a day.
Ah, yes, girl. That's how we do it, right? Saturdays and every day. It's all about success. So I love it. You guys get in touch with Amber. And coming up next, we are continuing with all the things you need for your photos, right? And that includes a wax and some lashes. 2 things many women cannot live without, but there is a big difference in the application. Plus, some things that you can do to make the experience even more pleasant for both of you. Ricky Jasso breaks it all down next.
Hello and happy Saturday once again. I am Kimberly Cowan with Kimberly Cowan Photography, and today I will be discussing quickly with you about why family photography is so important. So for a minute, let's be honest. When was the last time you had a family portrait done? Right? It's so easy to put off this important thing on our checklist for so many reasons. Like, here's excuses that I've heard many, many times. Like, we are just too busy. I mean, we are busy. We're busy people, right? So why, we can't do a family session right now. Or here's a good one. I need to lose 15 pounds. We got to lose all that turkey weight that we ate over the holidays. Or, sometimes it's just not easy getting everyone together all at the same time. Really valid reasons, right? But it's also important to regularly schedule our family portrait sessions. So very quickly, I'm going to discuss why it's important to do so. So first off, it's important because our families change so quickly, and it's a way to document our family's growth and progress. Our children grow up so fast, and they grow up faster than we can keep up with sometimes, so it's important to schedule a family session every couple of years just so we can document that growth and time together. Number 2, portraits are a great way to boost your child's self-esteem. It's actually been proven in university studies that it's healthy for our children to see themselves printed and displayed in the home, especially in a family session. And then also, number 3 is family portraits become our heirlooms and essentially our legacy. Having your portraits printed out and displayed makes your house a home. It's such a great feeling to walk into your home and seeing the people you love the most printed out large in displays, like say over your fireplace or master bedroom. It's just such a great thing. Wall art is amazing, so I highly recommend. And anywho, well, thank you so much again, West Texas, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.
Oh, Ricky Hasso, welcome to the show. And we're going to get right into it, starting with these lashes. Now, mine are like removable at night, but I love them. Do not go on TV without them.
I agree.
And we're also going to talk waxes. And I think for a lot of women, these are two non-negotiables. So let's talk about preparing for the appointment, particularly the wax appointment. Is there a right way that women need to come in respectfully to get serviced?
Preparing, I mean, a lot of people feel like they have to prepare mentally and physically. Definitely, get the right mindset. I tell everybody it's only a thing if you make it a thing. It's only weird if you make it weird.
And let's talk maintenance and upkeep. How do we keep our eye area clean? I have heard a few crazy stories with people that really weren't taking the best care of the lashes. And I think that's the difference. Talk about ways we can stay safe with this service while being fabulous.
Yes, well, definitely cleanliness is key. I always say clean lashes are happy lashes. So a lot of my clients, I will say the less makeup that you wear, the less you have to take off. So it's, you mess with your lashes less. You're obviously more gentle with them the less you touch them. But a lot of my clients tell me that once they start wearing them, then it's like you wake up and you feel cute. So a lot of people wear less makeup whenever they have lash extensions on. Some people use micellar water to keep their eye area clean. Honestly, I tell my clients water is enough. Like if you're not taking anything heavy off of there, letting the water hit them in the shower, splashing them while you wash your face, keeping them combed, like that's honestly enough.
Wow, that's awesome. I love all of your information. Now, last question before you go. Can we put mascara on those, or is that a no-no?
That's a huge no-no. And you don't want to. If you take proper care of your lashes, they are enough to you don't want it. You don't want to reach for the mascara.
I love it. You guys hit Ricky up. She is on IG at Hasso Ricky. Make sure you find her.
Hi everyone, this is Christine Schwartz, family law attorney of Navarrete & Schwartz, joining you this morning. Let's talk the new year. New year means resolutions and big changes, and that might mean divorce. I regularly see an uptick of inquiries and filings the first few months of the new year. Then add coming off the year of 2020 that we just had, this year won't be any different. Just this weekend, I actually Googled New Year's resolutions divorce. It's a thing. And Google ended up giving me over 26 million results in less than 50 seconds. That's nuts. It's a tough decision. Divorce is something that you should take seriously. But my advice would be that before you rush into talking to a divorce attorney, take a moment to consider if you honestly are ready to go down this path. Now, let's suppose you are wanting a divorce and this is the right path for you. You've thought about it. If that's the case, then let me just give you some advice. Tip number 1. Get your finances together. Just like I said last week, start gathering those documents to determine your marital assets. I can't tell you the number of people that I see that come into my office and cannot answer basic questions regarding finances, such as what did your spouse earn last year? So gather those pay stubs, those tax documents, your real estate deeds, your loan documents, and check out those checking account balances. Make copies of all these documents and keep them secure. Now, tip number 2. Be careful with what you're saying about your relationship and about your pending divorce. The use of social media has changed tremendously, and it's become a very big problem in divorce. So remember, please, that all of your electronic communications, whether it be voicemails, emails, text messages, and even social media posts, can be discoverable during your divorce. Tip number 3, Finding your support system. I think this is one of the most important tips. For your emotional support, feel free to talk to your friends and family. You're going to need them. If necessary, join a support group. If it is okay to talk to a therapist if you find this just too overwhelming, don't be ashamed. Don't let your divorce consume you. As you enter this new time in your life, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that are going to uplift you rather than people that are going to drag you down. Again, this is Christine Schwartz. Feel free to call me or my office if you have any other questions. We're here to help you. Also, check out our website, nstexaslaw.com.
Welcome to the show, Megan the Stylist. I know. She's like, lady, how many times are you going to say that? Oh, should we do the body challenge? Body, yada, yada, yada. Okay.
We could do it. We could do it.
I knew I liked you. I knew I liked Megan the Stylist. You have a fantastic story. You went from being a hairdresser to being a barber. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. What helped you make that transition in your career?
So basically, I was a single mom starting out, and I needed something more fast-paced. And being in a barbershop gave me that. Because they have more walk-ins, and I felt like I was just, it was kind of slow for me in a salon. So I moved on to the barbershop, and it's been amazing.
I was surprised to hear all of the different things that boys and men are doing for their hair, including curling perms. Talk about that.
Yes. So probably for the last, I want to say, good year, perms have been in style. They leave the top really long, and then they just shave the sides, fade it up and to a real nice clean cut, and then they just let the top be curly. And then mohawks are another big thing, as well as comb overs.
Sometimes women, we can be a little difficult, right, to blend in with. What differences have you noticed with working with men versus working with women?
So I just feel like working with men's a lot more chill. I feel like us women, and especially when there's a lot of us together, we're always on a high.
Well, join us next week as we continue with women in business and female entrepreneurs across Texas. We inspire, we influence, and we network. And if you are ready to share your brand, go to our website, www.theconnectonline.com, and register for the show today. I will see you next week, and my girl, Wendy Martinez Morales, will be with me. You make it a great weekend. All done. Thank you, ladies. We hope you're enjoying the show because we level up your circle one girl boss at a time. You see, it's what I like to call high-hanging fruit. Come reach your next dimension and join the membership at theconnectonline.com.